Okay, so you're a player. You've chosen to be a player character. You know your role in the game, and you learned about dice pools, and you learned about taking actions. So what now? Well, we got to get you a character. So that's where we're going next. So let's learn about how to make a character. So in order to make a character, we need a character concept. And it's just simply an idea for what kind of character you want to make. And it should be detailed and broad enough where you can expand on it in the future during gameplay. Now, if you're a veteran player, this is easy. You've made plenty of characters before you've played the game. But if you're brand new, you're like, I have the first clue how to make a character. I don't know what character concept. I don't even know what kind of character I can make. Well, we're going to use the steps in character creation to come up with an idea for the character that you want to make. The core rules features 8 pre-made characters, and these are examples of what you could do, not necessarily what you have to do, but they're fleshed out examples of nice, broad, useful characters that are going to be able to excel in a lot of different situations. So if you're a brand new player, take a look at them. You may just want to grab one and jump into a game session, but they give you a good idea as to what a finished character should look like. All right, next up, we are going to cover attributes for our characters, so I will catch you all on the flip side. So before we get into full character creation, let's talk about something that's a bone of contention among players, and it has been for a long time, and that is min-maxing characters. If you don't know what that is, good for you. But people have been debating this for years and years and years, and they're probably going to. And I'm going to go on record as saying that I don't particularly care if people min-max their characters. So what is min-maxing? And the traditional definition is minimizing your weaknesses, maximizing your strengths. And I say, why wouldn't I do that? If I know I need a certain skill or I need a certain attribute, why would I not give those to my character to be able to give them the best chance of survival that possibly can? Now, people get upset about that. And that has nothing to do with role-playing. That has nothing to do with the character's background. That has nothing to do with actually playing the game. And, I mean, if you can break the game, then break it. I would love my playtesters to break the game, because I can't fix something that I don't know is broken. But as far as saying, okay, well, you can't have this and this because that stacks too much, well, then get rid of stacking. I mean, it's really that simple. If a game can be broken, then break it. But as you're going through character creation, just make the character that you want to play. Don't worry about whether it's going to be min-maxed or if it's going to break the system, or just stop worrying about that. Just make the character that's personally satisfying for you, and give yourself every advantage that you can, because you're going to need them. So our first step in creating a character is to assign them some attributes. And those attributes are broad descriptors of a character's basic capabilities. And we're going to use those to form dice pools on a one-for-one basis. So for every point we put into an attribute, we're going to have 1 die to roll when we use it. Bear in mind that the average person has a value of 2, so we're going to consider 2 to be kind of our baseline. The 8 attributes that you're going to assign to your character are shared between all living creatures in the realm of Gaian Enoch, as well as some creatures that are not living. So here we have your 8 attributes: agility, dexterity, stamina, and strength on the physical side, and intellect, persona, willpower, and wisdom on the mental side. And these are the descriptors that we're going to use to flesh out our character. So when it comes to assigning your attributes, we're going to use a standard array of values of 333, 222, and 11. And I happen to have a character concept in mind, so let's go ahead and build that character. So I want to make a character that's, tough and vigorous and strong and also very personable. So I'm going to put 3 points in stamina, 3 points in strength, and 3 points into persona. I'm going to turn around and put 1 point in agility and 1 point into wisdom. So maybe my character is a little impulsive and kind of a bull in a china shop. And then my 2 points are going to go into dexterity, intellect, and willpower. So I'm just average when it comes to those things. So there you have it. We've assigned our 8 attributes to our character, and we are ready to move on to the next step, which is assigning skills. Once you've chosen your initial attributes, the next step in character creation is to select some skills for your character. And skills are areas of specific expertise in which the character has either studied or trained or just has some visceral life experience. The 24 skills are divided into 3 categories of 8. You have knowledges, you have proficiencies, and you have talents. Knowledges represent areas of scholarly learning in which the characters studied. This includes academics, alchemy, arcana, ecology, linguistics, lore, primalis, and veritas. Proficiencies are skills with which the character has training or life experience, and that includes aim, athletics, awareness, brawl, engineering, medicine, melee, or metallurgy. Talents are social skills that indicate the means by which the character interacts socially in the game. This includes charm, command, empathy, etiquette, guile, intimidation, manipulation, and negotiation. So back to making our character. We're going to start by assigning 1 point into 13 different skills. And in this case, I put 1 into ecology, 1 into linguistics, 1 into lore, 1 into aim, awareness, brawl, engineering, melee, and metallurgy. I also put 1 into charm, 1 into command, 1 into intimidation, and 1 into negotiation. So there we have it, our 13 initial skills. So now we have 8 flex points, and those flex points are going to let us buy new skills on a 1-for-1 basis, or increase some of those skills from 1 to 2, and 2 is your max at character creation. So what I've done is I'm happy with the skills that I have, so I'm going to increase some of those from 1 to 2. So I'm going to go with 2 ecology, 2 brawl, 2 engineering, 2 melee, 2 metallurgy, 2 charm, 2 command, and 2 intimidation. So I've spread those out pretty well across these skill categories. So there you have it, we have our initial skills. So when you're going through and you're assigning skills, don't worry too much about making a mistake, because nothing is final until we're done. And you can change anything you want, anytime you want. So when we get to the end, we're going to take, an opportunity to look back, and if we want to change something, maybe we can. Say I don't want my character to have a point of lore, say I want a point of alchemy instead. We're going to do that, as the final step of character.